want to do this video because this is a topic that I had in my mind since probably a couple of weeks, and I wanted just to put the numbers and the data and to see, practically speaking, what's the outcome of it. So I wanted to see, the capital raises announcements that we see lately over the market. So the biggest one, of course, was MicroStrategy. 1 quarter ago, they increased their plan. So the 21 plan has been almost absorbed. So Semler and the team announced the 42 plan, so a total of $84 billion by the year end 2027. So Strategy announced the capital raise in US dollars, which to me makes much more sense and is much more safer than doing an announcement of a capital raise with a target in BTC terms and not in USD terms. So for me, this is already one things that separates the two universe, one in MicroStrategy and one in the other LBEs. Because why this is important? Because as we know, Bitcoin is super volatile in both directions. So by assuming a specific acquisition plan in Bitcoin 2 years in advance, 2.5 years in advance, it's for me like completely impossible to foresee. It's an announcement, but without any fundamental or technicalities that can be, somehow a reasonable target, especially for a publicly traded company. So for me, this is the big difference. Strategy, very conservative strategy with 5 years plan already in their books. Announced, yes, a very big capital raise. 84 billion is a massive amount of money, but it's somehow reasonable. And then we will go through the data as you already see in the screen, and you will understand why it's reasonable. On the other side, we have very small to medium cap. We have Metaplanet in Japan, Semler in the US, and AltBG, the blockchain group in France. That announced, so Metaplanet 210,000 BTC, the target for 2027. They already have 10,000, 11,000 Bitcoin, so it's around 200,000 remaining. Semler, similarly, 105,000, so they need to buy 100,000 BTC. And the blockchain group announced around, because the real announcement is between 21 and 42,000 BTC by 2028, 2029. So we can conservatively say that by the end of 27, they have in mind 21,000 BTC. They have 1,700 BTC today, so it's around 19,500 Bitcoin. So what I've done is to put with a base case, because again, if you do a target in BTC term, BTC is super volatile. The price can double, the price can triple, or the price can halve by, 20, 30, 50%. So first complexity is to do like a scenario on the BTC price. So let's assume a base case for 2027 of 150, which is 35% more than today. Okay, I would also run probably today the different scenario for the other cases, but to have this base case in mind, 150. And then what I've done is to compute the total capital raise announced by those companies, both in USD term. So we have 84 billion for MSTR, 31.5 billion by Metaplanet, 15.7 billion by Semler, and 3.1 billion for the blockchain group. And then I've done the same for understanding how many BTC they can buy at this price point. So of course we already know for the 3 LBEs, for MicroStrategy should be around 560,000 Bitcoin with their own capital raise and with this base case price. So then what I've done is to compute as well the market cap. So I checked the market cap as of today of those companies. So we have 108 billion for MicroStrategy, 6.6 billion for Metaplanet, 600 million for Semler, and 750 million for the blockchain group. And also I added simply the information about the total stack that they have already in BTC. So 592,000 for Strategy, 12,345 for Metaplanet, 4,449 by Semler, and 1,728 for the blockchain group. And the idea was simply to understand on a percentage base if those plans are reasonable or not. And to me, the numbers don't lie. Numbers almost never lie. And when I saw those figures, for me, that's the real risk-reward ratio, and that's the real, possibly the real problem for those smaller LBEs that are claiming and announcing extremely high BTC targets. Because again, we see from the data, Metaplanet has a 477% capital raise over their actual market cap, and 1,700%, so 17x, if we consider the BTC target that they have compared to the actual stack. Similarly, the blockchain group, for 20% for the capital raise over their own market cap as of today, and around 12x increase for their BTC target compared to the BTC that they have today. And also for Semler. Semler again is maybe even further into this curve, with 26 times the capital raise over the market cap and 23 times accumulation for their own stack. So again, this video is just to point out these metrics. I just wanted to to share on X this spreadsheet and this very basic math that is behind. I would like to receive comments, ideas, and even other perspective on that. But to me, it seems pretty obvious that the only one that has a risk management and an announcement that can be, even if it's complicated, but can be targeted, is strategy. Because again, comparing those metrics is 77% and 94%, which is order of magnitude lower than the others. And again, I just want to highlight this counter narrative that maybe those announcements are pushing way too much the price, too much euphoria in the market, too much enthusiasm by this smaller cap. But then when we see the data, for me, some of those announcements are almost impossible to reach. And again, I'm not saying that I hope by any means that those other companies are not successful. I'm investing in at least one of them. I'm really, really hopeful that all of those companies are very successful, because ultimately it will benefit greatly Bitcoin and the whole industry and the whole ecosystem. But my point, and the point of this video, is just to mention that those numbers and those figures are completely nonsense, and someone is lying, meaning that some of those companies won't reach the BTC target that they have in mind, even more so if this LBE trend is keeping going on. So you have many more companies going in, many more companies globally racing in. So maybe the interest for Metaplanet at some point in Japan will a bit reduce, because you have many more entrants in Japan, similarly to the US, similarly to France or in Europe. So I just want to put this out there on X. For me, this starts to be some red flag, because again, doing a capital raise in BTC term, considering how volatile BTC is, and in a very short time, it's much more risky. It's much more probable that something is going wrong and the company cannot reach the target, compared to an USD term like for strategy, which again is very high, is insanely high, 84 billion. But again, with the track record of the 21 plan already almost finished, and this new one, and considering the relative percentage much smaller compared to the others, I think it's something that as an investor you need to really consider. So yeah, that's the main idea. I will also run the other scenarios with different BTC prices to see how much this will impact the percentage over the market cap and over the total stack of those other companies, and maybe I will publish the version number 2. So yeah, for the time being, I just want to put it outside and see any comments from everyone interested in this topic. Thank you.